How can a professional teacher know that her student is doing well or not in her class? There are two methods used by teachers to measure and interpret students' performance concerning classroom instruction. In this video, you will learn the in-depth difference between the Criterion-referenced test and the Normreferenced test. These two types of assessment are relative to different criteria, score formats, interpretation, and content. So, let's get into these types of assessments. From the word itself, Criterion-referenced test is a method that measures the student's performance based on some given external criterion, standard, competency, or mastery. Hence, the performance of a student is unrelated to one another. And, the student's achievement is reported for individual skills. Through this, the teacher will know who among of her student met the expectation or the objectives of the curriculum, and who did not. Criterion-referenced test results are expressed as a percentage of total correct answers, that is, the total number of correct items provided by the students. From that, the teacher can decide if the student passed or failed the test. Other examples for this type of assessment are exams for a job entry, certification, or licensure. Back when I was in college, I had this subject called physical chemistry. This subject beat everyone in the class since it talks about thermodynamic laws, quantum theories, and kinetic molecular theory. Our professor evaluated the class exam scores using a Gaussian curve, or the bell curve. It implies that if your average score is located inside the bell curve, then you are saved. But if your score is outside the curve, then you will meet the professor again for the next semester. This is because our professor used a norm-referenced test to measure our performance in the class. A norm-referenced test is designed to compare or rank test takers to one another. The scores are equated against the performance results of a statistically selected group of test takers, typically of the same age or grade level, who have already taken the exam. That method creates a bell curve telling how many students are performing poorly, performing average, and performing well. Additionally, this gives a report that tells if exam takers performed better or worse than a hypothetical average student. From that, an assigned score is a percentile, a grade score, or a stunning is determined. And because you watched this video until here, check out the description box below to download some notes about the Criterion-referenced test and Normreferenced test. I hope you've gotten value out of this video. Hit that like button to let me know. For more professional education topics, click or tap the screen right now. Thank you for staying tuned.